Hello and welcome to this lecture. And in this lecture we are going to learn how exactly can we retrieve the data from the database and actually display it on our website. So right now if you go to localhost port 8000/food, as you can see we still have this plain hello world over here, which we have actually passed it in over this view right over here. Because we have passed in hello world, this page actually shows hello world. But right now what we wish to do is that we wish to extract the data which we have added into our database and display that data up over here. So how exactly can we do that? So even before we learn how to do that, let's learn how we actually want to design our application. So in our application, what we want to do is that we want to list out all the food items over here, like the pizza, burger and everything like that. And when you click on that particular item, it should actually take you to the details page of that particular item. So let's learn how we can do that. So our first job is to display all the food items over here on the index page which we have in our database. So let's go ahead and quickly do that. So first of all, we need to go into the views.py file right here, and we need to import the model which is items. So we'll again type in from .models import item, and once we have this model, we can now go ahead, play around with this model and use it where we like. So in here what we will do is that we are going to use the same code which we have used over here. So if you scroll up a little bit, as you can see, you will find that in order to retrieve all the object list, we have used this code right here, which is item.objects.all. So whenever we go ahead and do that, we get the items as pizza and burger over here. So we'll use the same code over there as well. So you simply type in item.objects.all, and now we actually need to store this data into some sort of a list or some sort of a variable. So I'll type this thing as item_list equals this thing. So now we have all this particular data in the item list. Now the only thing which we need to do is that we need to go ahead and display that data up over here, or return that data via a HTTP response. So now I can type in item list here, and what this basically does is that first of all, it gets all the objects inside the model item, it saves them over here, and then we simply pass that up over here so that we get this as a response on the page. So now let me just go ahead, save that, and make sure that the server is up and running. And now if you actually go to this URL, as you can see, you'll get pizza and burrito over here, because those are the two items which we have added to our database. Now if you go ahead and go to the admin panel, so if you go to /admin, and if you log in over here, and now let's try to add an item over here. Let's say we also add a cheeseburger, and let's say the description is this is a burger. Let's say the price is $8. Click on save. The item is added over here, and now if you go ahead and refresh this, cheeseburger is also going to be displayed over here as well. So that means we have successfully retrieved all the items from the database in here on our index page. But you'll notice that these items are not actually represented properly. That is, they don't have any proper formatting, they don't have any sort of a different color or anything like that. So what if you actually want to style these items properly? So what you have to do here is that you have to style them over here, but as you can see, there is absolutely no way you can go ahead and do that over here. So how exactly do you make sure that the format of your page is correct while you retrieve those items from the database? And we can do that by using something which is called as a template. So what template allow you to do is that they basically allow you to have different sort of HTML files. So what you can do using templates is that you can have a template folder here which is going to contain an entire HTML document. And now instead of rendering this item list over here, we are going to render an entire HTML document itself. And By using templates, we will be able to better format the content of our HTML web page and also pass in this data to the template as well, which is the database data. So in the next lecture, what we will do is that we will learn about how templates actually work in Django, and we will create our very first template and also learn how to pass this data to the template. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.